This is a tale of two Sombras.
Yeah, that is the smart point, but wow, wins goes down to KariV, who I mentioned has to have an enormous game, not only on healing, but on damage as well. It is one of his specialties. And, I don't know, KariV versus uNKOE, what a sick battle this is. uNKOE answers, Envy and Grim down to him. This is a brawl on the point.
KariV, it's been all KariV. Like, let's just be clear, KariV has been getting every key kill here where, you know, like I said, imagine that there's a little sign on the IV here, and the IV just changed to RY, because that is the mode he is in. AKM had a lot of space to work with there, and yet, it just wasn't enough to deal with the contribution Immortals is getting out of their Zen play. And now, Hex, they're going even deeper. Transcendence is up because of how much damage KariV has done. A very quick Transcendence. That must be how he gets them as quick as he does.
That is absolutely the case. Nico demacked, and they're not even going to try to chase him down. A counter Transcend comes in, but soon, a little bit out of the healing light, is taken down. They've lost 2 already. They're going to try to chase this, but Grim challenges uNKOE and wins. AKM down. We can now see why this was the map choice of Immortals. Rogue's trying to enter here off of getting 2 people up in one direction, 2 people on another. They have been trying not to group up. Fate finds himself all alone and taking down uNKOE, killed again.
Grim Reality diving in, the blade out right now from Agilities, and Immortals piling on. They even throw in the Transcendence just when you gotta be sure to win the fight, and why not? Time is running down. They catch Rogue in that tight area, and now they force out the Primal Rage from Nox, who got bombed, and even with the Discord Orb on him, he's gonna fall quickly. So overtime ticking away, and Immortals striking back hard against the tyranny of Rogue. Well, I do tend to agree Agilities has shown us better play overall in Pharah historically, but not this time. AKM, 2 rockets, 2 Agilities gun, and oh my god, KariV takes one to the face. I want to apologize to the Immortals Nation because I just caster cursed your Pharah, your team, and your chances of taking the point.
I don't mind being wrong in that instance when you see Pharah play like that, absolutely crushing it. Now, having control of the point, you get all of this great entry damage for free, concussing back the other team, and the options are to either try to bully your way over bridge, go center with your mobile tanks, or take pack room. I think center is the best option in this scenario. They do just that.
Yeah, and Agilities right now under heavy pressure from AKM. Agilities has been used to having more of a gentleman's agreement with other Pharahs, both of them going for the ground, but not this time. AKM out for blood, fighting dirty, but with Soon falling early on, Agilities, more room to work with here, numerical advantage, and Immortals starting to claw their way back into this point.
AKM didn't need to go in there. He did not need to be in the point there. He was doing fine, damaging on the outskirts. They will get resurrected, though, from uNKOE.
Resurrection comes in, but is the fall through there from Immortals? They still have plenty of people on the point. They answer with a sound barrier of their own, and uNKOE in pressure right now. He's going to fall. Grim Reality finishing the kill, and Immortals, resurrection or no resurrection, they are continuing with a dominant performance at the point. Now they just got flipped.
Well, they are still stalling out a little bit. They rezzed, sound barriered, and lost 3. That is not what you expect to happen in that situation. 2 of them died before the sound barrier could come down, so a great response to that resurrection.
They don't want to go in. Soon dying just completely changed the dynamic of that fight for them, but he's back in, and now they're going to consider the go. Pulse Bomb moves, does not connect.
Does not, but it does distract for a moment so that they can come in. Self-destruct comes over top, takes out Agilities.
That was so long range! How does that even hit at that point? But it does, and AKM is right there in the follow-through. Verbo trying to stay alive, can't wall ride his way out of that one.
The important part actually is that AKM did follow through and was able to take down KariV, who was holding on to Resurrection.
Well, you see the Pharahs right now jockeying for position, and the rest of Immortals coming in via the back door here on the Garden. And they do get onto the point, so they've gotten successfully in, they've dealt with some of the longer range spam, and Grim right now on the outskirts, but he's really zoned out in a hurry. It's gonna be up to Agilities here, coming in after the resurrection, goes for uNKOE, no, not able to finish him with the barrage. Meanwhile, AKM off the flank, gonna punish him in turn.
Thunderstorms personalized just for KariV there, as that was where the barrage went to take him down. KariV's gonna have to try to get in here and resurrect any of these stall out deaths that come in, and there are plenty of them.
So KariV, he's going to be doing, oh no, he's going to be doing nothing. Dunked on by AKM out of nowhere. He was thinking resurrection. AKM was thinking nothing but death. Able to take him out. And Rogue, well on their way to securing this point. They need a little bit more. Agility's still very much a threat.
He's very much a threat, and if they can just stall out and die on the point, KariV has been holding on to his resurrection, not willingly, but it has been put into his hands. They will flip the point back over. That is still the advantage they have.
Point blank, it is a level up in skill coming in from AKM. I don't know what sort of hyperbolic time chamber he went into, but it's been great to watch, at least for this round here. And the thing about AKM is that he's been bloodthirsty. He's been hunting the other Pharah much more heavily than we've seen from other Pharah v Pharah battles here. And now he has KariV in the sights. KariV takes one, takes two, the smallest of margins, and NiKo finishes him off with some scattering fire from below.
Yeah, NiKo actually boosted in just to get a little closer to finish off those small hit scan pellet on the other side of things. Self-destruct goes off. They have lost people. They've not gotten the point back yet. 99 to 99. Welcome to Garden on Lijiang Tower.
Garden of Lijiang Tower, that is accurate. That is the name of the stage, but it does remind you of Gardens on Oasis, as both teams now looking for control of the point. It is still Immortals that control the point right now, so it's up to Rogue to flip it. Despite some good shots here from AKM, it has not been enough here yet. uNKOE, his partner, is down. Oh, so is KariV. The rocket straight to the backside. This has been intense, and he gets agilities as well. AKM, aerial dominance in action right now.
He is getting all the kills, but meanwhile on the ground, Wins has gone down to Fate. The point is just a mess of bodies and abilities going on. Primal Rage has popped. Remember, this is still in control of Immortals, and it's been in overtime for a while. They get off the point for half a second, and that's enough. Immortals, one stage away from winning their first map, looking for the reverse sweep here.
And it's a better opening here from Immortals, more poke that forces Rogue back, but you can never take this for granted. If you dive too deeply, you can get punished in turn. So now you see Immortals respecting that, backing up a bit themselves, and it's just this back and forth between both teams that soon opens it up in the back, gets on the KariV, and that might be all Rogue needs here on the control center. Now, Agility's coming in with the Blade Hex.
Agility's trying to get something going. Grim, meanwhile, has taken out uNKOE while this Distraction Blade is in effect. Agility's gets nothing except death for it. Pulse Bomb misses yet again, but they have to win this decisively to take the point back. They're on their way to doing just that. Some stall-in coming from the side of Rogue.
Rogue right now looking for time, and it is going to be NiKo on the Diva. Still in and around. Does not use the self-destruct there, as it would have been silly. Immortals will retake the point. Soon is on the flank here, completely separated from his team.
He's looking for back line, but they're just walking away from him. Verbo's actually going to take the fight to him as he notices some percentage points going up on the point. But it doesn't matter, everyone else is dying. Nox gets a kill. Soon can't do this by himself.
No. I think he thought he would get a more exposed support there. And wait. Lucio's chasing him down. Verbo is out for blood. That is a brave Lucio to go after Soon to this extent as soon as actually just back to the corner and gets Grim. What in the world? All right. The trap has failed. Immortals was hunting Tracers and Soon was actually hunting them.
Oh, you're stuck in here with me as he forces KariV also to transcend. Verbo now in trouble, taken out, not into the Divine Light. Stick comes in, and maybe Soon can do this mostly by himself. He opened the fight very well here for Rogue.
Well, that was pure greed from Immortals to try to take out Soon. They thought they had him trapped, not quite. And yeah, despite the opening, they've done a decent job pulling this one back. Grim on the respawn, out for vengeance. Still though, AKM is here, has attack visor up. Verbo just barely getting away for a moment, but it won't be for long. The visor is out, but it gets blown up. Grim is there with the deny. This is very close.
Well, I've just been on the Soon cam for a while. It's been entertaining, but eventually Fate will take him down. Agilities with a double blade. Desperation transcend rolls onto the point from uNKOE. Desperation being the key word.
If Rogue cannot get on this point here and keep it in, that's going to be it. It will be the map for Immortals, and Immortals, they have done it versus Rogue. They take a map in this best of 7 series, and they won't go down here just yet. No sweep on the table.
And it's been kind of a middle aggression from Rogue here, that they want to play a little bit. If they see an opening, they'll jump in. Now Nox going to get a ton of cleave. They try to get some follow-up there. Both teams just poking now back and forth. No one has taken significant damage just yet. As I say that, Grim takes down uNKOE in the back lines.
The bulk of Immortals was coming in up the top. Grim was on the flank and had plenty of room to work with. It was a nice approach by him here, and he cleans up as a result. Really good stuff coming in from Immortals, and Grim making maximum use of the space that was given to him.
Completely spread out. Though during that, even though they lost the fight, the card has not really moved. And it's because Soon and AKM have been stalling it out. So there will definitely be at least one more fight coming out here as everyone's going to get taxied back by wins.
Be very, very quiet. We're hunting Rogue. Well, in any case, it's not quite the ambush they're looking for. It's a little bit more mundane. But Grim almost has a bomb up. Agility's close to the blade. Immortals has flanking DPS options right now for days. And you take a look at Agility's. The Transcendence is out. Will he combo with the blade? Not quite yet. Not even needed, really.
A self-destruct will go off by nothing on the point. Fate punches 2 supports to death because that's what Fate likes to do. That is his favorite hobby. A pulse bomb will come in and take down Nico. This is all Immortals pushing in. The dive from Rogue has looked a little bit uncoordinated. There's Nox went in all alone and died. Nico showed up 2 seconds too late to try to help him out, and he died.
Well, in any case, Immortals, plenty of ultimates going to this fight. The barrier is out. It doesn't hit Agility's. I don't think Agility's minds, though. 2 quick kills coming out, but Nico into the backline himself. That's the equalizer, and if Agility's was thinking about saving a blade, he might have to think again.
All supports are now down on both sides of things. Ultimates will still come out. Agility's is down to Nox. A Primal Rage had come out from Fate as he looks for punching targets, but DPS, well, Nico not going to be able to get away. Fate will collect his pound of flesh as Nico and Soon fall. Now the retreat has to be on for Rogue, but the retreat's not quick enough.
The reinforcements come in really quickly here for the offense, and it turns around a fight that could have been tough, but Hex, let's talk about Rogue's defense here. This has been a much bigger resurgence in Point B for them compared to what went on in Point A.
Yeah, Point B has been difficult for a lot of teams to hold, but even just the stall that they've put out here has been more impressive than we've generally seen in the most recent iterations of this map. They're trying to get out through the door. They will successfully do so. Barrier comes in. Now time to get aggressive.
Barrier is out, Transcendence is in, Immortals out for blood right now. Agility's deep diving. 1 support. Is it 2? It is. The back line of Rogue getting decimated by Agility's. No more healing for them, and that very well could be the second point now for Immortals.
It's very well a full team kill, as the only people who are now spawned in alive are the people who died very early in that last fight. There will be the bouncer at the door in D.Va, and even if they try to come in, there was a charge shot that just barely missed.
Let's see what he does with this here. Coming in off the side. Looking for the targets. He's spotted out, though, and now it's going to be a little bit up the gut. Agility is at the blade, supported by the Transcendence. Finds wins. And Immortals grabbing 1 kill off this, but could be crucial.
This is actually, though, where Rogue has been better than most teams as they're stall out towards last and flipping points back over in their favor. And Nico comes to life, takes down Fate. This push is over. They need to regroup if they want one more. The stagger will come in on Envy. Verbo's going to try to come in and taxi her out, but Envy just going deeper and deeper. That was a mistake. Should have gone back.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, I get that he's looking for death, but he actually has just self-staggered himself. Congratulations, you've played yourself. Farewell, Envy. That wasn't great.
Soon sneaking around looking for the engaging pulse bomb, trying to end this before it starts. Sticks it. Fate gets very low, but it's not enough to get him down.
So, they'll dodge one there. Effectively, Fate healed back up, and yeah, we'll take a look at Envy here. He's going to dive into the backline. Self-destruct on the way out. Do we have a winner? No, we don't. No one hit by that, and Immortals just getting crunched in this final fight. KariV with a last-moment desperation transcendence, but just about everything going the way of Rogue here. Agility's could build up a blade, but he has to get out of the self-destruct first. He doesn't. He's down.
That pulse bomb that Soon hit almost could have really backfired because it gave both of the supports the healing they needed to get their ultimates. Both KariV and Verbo had ult there, although Verbo dies with it.
Nothing too special coming out from Rogue here. Sticking to the ground. Soon going to the back, looking for early targets. Under quite a bit of pressure here. Grim checking him with authority, not letting Soon get to the back line. The rest of Immortals gonna deep dive into this fight, but you can't ignore Soon. He gets onto Grim, and just like that, Rogue might have bought themselves an advantage already.
That is a couple of quick kills. In fact, both tanks now out of the mix. The dive going all the way wrong. A beautiful catch there by Rogue. And Rogue used to be a more aggressive team, but one of the advantages of being one of the 4 fathers of dive and kind of making it your own is you understand how to counter it. You understand how it works on offense and what doesn't work on offense. And they've been catching dives very well most of the day.
Did I mishear you, or did you say the 4 fathers of dive?
Yeah, 4 fathers.
Okay, 4 fathers. I heard that as like 4s and... Never mind, it's been one casting day. It's like, who are the other 3? Is this a council? But no, I'm just
No,
silly.
I said it weird.
Idiot.
I said it weird.
Sue
No, you're totally
moving
fine.
in from the back line, looking for a pulse bomb target. A little bit sloppier here this time from Rogue. And We'll see how this one looks out. Immortals, though, struggling to hold ground right now. Multiple threats in, and the pulse bomb sticks. Down goes Verbo, and soon striking here once more.
They jump onto the backline in uNKOE, but he just transcends right out of it, and Fate actually dies for that attempt. They are blowing through this right now. Envy comes in to try to stall. We've seen what happens to Envy in these situations. It doesn't work out well. They will grab first point in a very quick time on a nice pace here.
It's good stuff from Rogue, and for Immortals, remember, their tournament life is on the line here, so if they want this work, pulse bomb. Not connecting to AKM, he dodges. They might have let them gain some momentum here, Hex.
AKM and Soon were pushing very far forward. Soon still messing around.
Oh, nice dive on the AKM. Let's get prevent attack visor.
Big dive comes in. Still poking around as Soon. He's now got a pulse bomb ready here. Does stick it onto the D.Va, and that might open the door. AKM pops a visor immediately, but a blade comes out and shuts them down. Well, say that, but AKM still alive.
Yeah, AKM got both supports there, so even if this push is somewhat stymied, it's going to take longer for Immortals to recover from that strike than it is Rogue, although, as I say that, Fate, never underestimate how deep that man can go, finds the better of AKM, and still, I think the point stands, but a little bit less now that AKM's out of it for a while.
Not going to do it this time, as some people snuck up below, that's fair.
Alright, well the fight is underway. Transcendence out here from the defense. It was out for the offense, but it's the first to fade, and Immortals taking well advantage here. Soon though, gonna take out his counterpart in Grim Reality. The fight is still afoot, and the barrier is out. AKM though, was out of the fight relatively early. Not gonna be able to participate. We are all tanks and Tracer now, as Rogue brawls this out to try and take this fight.
Nox with great patience. He was being knocked around by Fate in the room, but he waited till the last second to pop his Primal Rage. Is going to keep him alive just a little bit longer. He does take a pulse bomb, but takes to the skies with it to keep his team alive. Meanwhile, AKM has done a world of damage.
AKM comes back into the fight, better late than never. Might have died early, but came in strong late. However, the contribution, not enough to cleanly get out, and Agility's right now looking to finish his plate.
Pulse bombs and blades on the side of Immortals. They're going to get aggro. They come around the back.
The Transcendence forced out of uNKOE there. It was either transcend or die. It's a nice opening for Immortals. The barrier gets laid in after, so Rogue very much all in on this fight. But the fight did not start on their terms. It started on the terms of Immortals, and it's showing in the results right now. This would be huge if they got Rogue to burn both support ults for free, and it is looking like that's the case. Rogue has to back out.
Appear to be the case.
The ebb and flow in this game has been insane.
Agilities dives in with his friend Fate. They have been partners in crime all day, but Nox takes Agilities out. That means Fate is a little bit unprotected. They have to bail out. Nox doing so much damage and none being returned to him. The dive comes in moderately. Fate now out of this fight. Momentum firmly in Rogue's hands.
And look at AKM. He has so much room here over the top. Plenty of sight lines. Attack visor in reserve. Soon might be doing the work right now, but AKM is the threat going into this final fight. Will Immortals stay alive, or will Rogue be your beat Overwatch champions? We're about to find out. The barrier is underway, and here comes AKM.
Oh, they got the D.Va out of the fight. The barrier is on AKM. He does start down with the tactical visor, doing a lot of damage. Forces Fate2 Primal Rage out of it. Really only got Envy in that fight. Now Soon challenged KariV. It is not a great idea.
Soon is down. They still have to bring it 1.9 meters, and Immortals is fighting this right back. They refuse to go down right now, and Rogue on their final legs on their map pick on Route 66. Overtime fades away, and Immortals not going quietly into that good night. We are heading to a map number 6. uNKOE's been really aggressive here, and he will have the EMP up for the next fight. The one thing, though, that can make that a non-factor, KariV, if he gets some pickups here. Oh my god, right as he leaps up, Winston is there to greet him. That is service in the denying you anything you want to do type of way. And they go into the upper room in an uneven fight, and that goes very poorly.
This might be a time where they need to rely on Soon to hit a pulse bomb to end it, though. Give uNKOE the time to build his ults. uNKOE down.
Well, uNKOE is already down, but Nico, a blade of his own before Agilities can even unsheath his blade. Nico going wild right now on this point A defense, and Agilities, I guess, is hoping no one notices him on the point, but not going to be his round here. Didn't even get a chance.
And should be able to get there with one aggressive push in, but they're going to go in before that happens. They did sense a window here from Immortal.
They're going in way before Agilities, though. Agilities wasn't really to go in there while 3 people already dove in. Maybe it'll work out, but it seems a little bit rough. Still, Agilities to the back. Finds wins. That's going to be all he gets here. Rogue still very much threatening Immortals, but this might have been a better engage here. They've broken through the front line. They have the attrition advantage, and now they're putting bodies on the point.
And now it does seem like it is time to get out. Nope, AKM wants to come in over the top, drops the self-destruct, and now they want to re-engage. They got numbers back near the point.
Well, one self-destruct deserves another. Neither going to be getting exactly what they're looking for, but you're right. They do get back onto that point. Rogue bought themselves a little bit of time with that self-destruct. And we'll see what Rogue can do here. It's still a rough fight to come back from when you're this far behind, as every kill going the way of Immortals. They will clean up the stragglers, and decent defense coming in here. Actually, great defense coming out here from Rogue. They burned 3 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, good defense, but this is a really huge window for the Immortals, and they know it. They're going to go in soon, needs to hit the pulse bomb, does not. I think it actually might have even gotten eaten. KariV's going to transcend onto the point. This is a great opening push possibility for Immortals.
KariV keeping them nice and healthy. NiKo hunting him down, does not care that his Transcendence is over, and immediately takes him out with the aid of AKM. NiKo, defensive blade coming out here. This is a Rogue cleanup as Immortals tries to hold on, but that EMP should seal their fate. Yet, no kills come in the immediate aftermath of the EMP, but there we go. Now they roll it.
Just a little bit slow to come in. No progress on the points.
Not quite. You do have a little bit of poking coming in here from the side. Agility's holding onto the blade, and he strikes NiKo down immediately. The threat is gone. NiKo's been the backbone for Rogue here. And yet, Nox pulling it right back, smacks Agility's in the grill, and Rogue coming right back despite what could have been a tough opening.
Yeah, uNKOE doesn't even have to use his EMP too, so they've completely... Oh, poor Envy.
Look at this. The staggering. Envy just wants to go home. Is that too much to ask? Actually, might get saved. Genji deflect coming in. Harmony orb up. The stagger has not happened. The rare time that D.Va actually lives.
Great window. They have all the ults up and no EMP to peel them off.
Well, and they get the early opening kill too. Nox punished immediately. KariV right there with the Discord orb and assist, and he's going to transcend on the point. You're right. The Immortals window is now 2 kills in their favor. They're looking for more.
uNKOE kills Verbo though, and that actually helps him get towards his EMP. He's gonna have it, but dies before he can use it. Envy though now down in this fight. They've lost to a Primal Rage on the point. I do believe they've gotten a tick. Yes, they have. That will not revert. Agility's bust the blade out.
34.3%, you're right. They get to hang on to that no matter what, but Agility's going for more, exploding with the final Dragon Blade. All NiKo can do is laugh in response to that. Big plays coming out here from Immortals, and they still might be hungry for more.
Some stall out coming in. A second tick now registered on the point. 76% is their progress. You need to start seeing some blue in the kill feed if the defense has any chance. Sombra back into this mix, but they check Sombra. uNKOE does take KariV down. That is one small kill. Can soon be the hero. He's got wins to help him out.
Soon certainly going to try right now, but the pressure from Immortals has been immense. They get a few extra percent as well. 83% on the point as Rogue just hoping to bring this one back, but they are running out of options here rather rapidly.
AKM back on the point. He's the only body they've got there. They're going to try to stagger out here. Nox not even close to a Primal Rage, but he'll put his body on the point. No kills. Another blade for Agilities to try to end this one, but the barrier going to get in his way.
The barrier is buying some time here, but the question is how much. This has been going from bad to worse here for Rogue. They can't find a way in. NiKo gets 1 kill, but it's probably not going to be enough as Immortals. Here's the thing, as many kills as they get, Rogue has gotten into a full-on stagger mode. Look at the time they're burning off the clock.
EMP went down, but then the sound barrier came out right after the fact. Envy has switched over to the Soldier 76, which we thought we might see a little more of that. Visor comes in, able to DMAC and take one out. Time ticking up, a stall comes back in from NiKo, and uNKOE back on the point. It's been masterful stall at the very least.
I mean, right now, they're in the territory. If they can hold out for just 27 more seconds, as unlikely as it would be, that would be a big swing in the fate of this game. Rogue is very close here. They are playing for the full draining of the clock here. 17 seconds remaining. Can Rogue keep the stall going for that much longer? Ooh. No, they cannot. But they were within 12 seconds of that Hex in a fight that they were losing for well over a minute. All right, the offensive Rogue setting up right now. They will be running the Sombra on the offense. They all go into this left pack room right now. Togetherness is the key, at least for Rogue right now. AKM barely escaping death. Heavy poke almost sealing his fate, and soon is going to fall. Never forget, KariV tends to be pretty bloodthirsty.
Yeah, he does go for the kill. KariV, some great aim on a support hero. You've seen it on his Zenyatta. You get to see it on his Sombra now. Both teams just camping packs at the time. KariV much further ahead of uNKOE, and they might just force the issue and go in with this.
uNKOE's on a radical adventure right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
We've seen this before. It was actually Dogman that we saw this from, so gets the hack, and that's what he was going for. Goes back to his team after getting the hack, but now he gets hacked in turn. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Envy with a big play following up KariV's EMP. Well, KariV living up to his carry moniker right now for sure. Rogue coming back in here once more. They do have one upside. The blade is on the way. NiKo looking towards people that would stymie him. Sees Fate in the corner. The rest of Rogue going up the gut, and they take down KariV. There will be no EMP this time. He had it, wasn't able to get it off in time. And now NiKo looking. 4 targets here on the floor, and this would be really big for Rogue if they could get through this without using the blade hex.
Well, 2 down already. We'll see what ults are used on this defense to try to keep Rogue from taking the point. It is also Immortal style to know when the fight is over, and they know just that. They're not going to burn any of their defensive ultimates. They've got 4 of them banked. Again, it's going to be the story of EMPs as we go into the last point. 5:50 on the clock for the Rogue offense.
This is a tale of 2 Sombras, because you look at the fall through that is behind the EMPs. Barriers and blades. If uNKOE can get a good EMP off and NiKo is there for the fall through, that could be tournament winning here for Rogue. Likewise for Immortals in stopping what is sure to be a quick push. uNKOE diving in, gets the EMP off. NiKo, where are you at? The blade is coming in, goes in on a buried agilities and gets his man. But remember, Rogue is on the attack. They still need more than this hex.
They absolutely do, but there is Fate very low in uNKOE's sights, but unable to finish that kill. This is Immortals. Immortals is holding. No problem.
They are, but look at Zoom right now. Coming in the flank here with the Sombra and uNKOE, looking for a pulse bomb target, and not great targets available as KariV on the other end drops the EMP. Immortals diving in. Fate getting his men. Grim right there with him. And KariV crushing this Rogue push with another well-timed EMP. EMP getting set up. uNKOE flanks to the back. The EMP connects, hits at least 4 people. Rogue with a big opportunity here. Let's see if AKM is able to do enough. They lost Nox though, and the counter EMP is out. The window might have already been slammed shut.
KariV gets a couple of kills. The Blossom will take down Envy out of mech, but that is it for AKM. uNKOE gets in there. They have gotten a tick onto the point. NiKo wants a little more. Diving after KariV. Him and Soon are on the point. They look for a little more. Grim jukes his way out of the blade.
I'm out of here.
Are they still staying in? If they're staying in, stay in. Yes, they get the reinforcements from Nox.
Selfish Sombra there. NiKo's like, where's my health back? But he does get the health back in time. The barrier is out, and Rogue not out of this here just yet. Continuing pressure coming in. Immortals on the back foot as Rogue finding their window, taking them down on the point, and this could be a take by Rogue, putting them on the path to finishing out the Beat Invitational as champions.
They were just running pure dive. uNKOE punishes KariV right away. A huge kill on this defense. They have to back out. They already have to back out. Nox will fall. uNKOE very low. Does get a pack, and that pack also grants him EMP. Now he's just looking for the positioning. Will use it up over the bridge. Agilities is hit by it. No follow through right there as he is... AKM is body blocked, trying to get to it. AKM desuited. Soon out of this. NiKo trying to pull it back for his team with heroics. Only gets 1 kill. They will capture first point, ZP.
Agilities, show us what you got.
Transcend comes in. Agilities has Blade out. Looks for 1 target. Gets juked, but gets Soon short after. That is the kill they need. It's all just about the progress right now, 2 ZP.
Getting rid of Soon is fine, though. Soon is one of the people that can really ruin your push with how he plays Tracer. Every kill is going in favor of Immortals. They already have a tick on their way to 2. Grim Reality cleaning up. Agility smothering in and around. Are they doing this with 30 seconds? Are they going to take point B? Hex, they're almost there.
That dash through on his Soon. Skull will come out yet again. This has already been an amazing push. 84% on the board, and Agilities looks for more. They will get 100% with 1 minute to push Anubis. What an amazing offense.
Ooh. Yeah, well, when you take away those packs, you also hurt the generation of EMPs. KariV gonna drop the first EMP here, was able to build it first, and Immortals coming right in to capitalize on the opening, and they do. NiKo tries to dash through and get some damage in, and while he does, it's not nearly enough to deal with KariV's excellent engagement. I don't know if that's going to be the case. Rogue on the hot seat right now, but if they use all the ultimates to take this now, Hex, they're not going to have it for second. They are in a pickle as Immortals initiate with Sound Barrier and go right in.
Well, they have lost Fate. They're holding on to the EMP, maybe a little bit greedy for the side of Immortals to hold that and lose a couple of players before it happens. A couple of kills come in for them, which is nice, though. There is some pressure on the point.
they were able to cut through the back line. ACAM was in trouble, lots of pressure on him. Rogue was split. They had people focusing on the point, which oftentimes could work out, but this time it's gone against them. Rogue right now, or Immortals, will not be denied. The pressure is coming in, and now Rogue feels compelled to drop the sound barrier, still holding on to the blade. And I think, again, this is just NiKo really wanting it for point B.
It's time to sell out. You have to go in here, and NiKo and uNKOE should be using whatever they have to. Maybe now is not the time. Grim's the only one there. They will use the EMP defensively. That will be punished. It is just KariV and Grim on the point. Grim trying to even it up. Grim evens it up even more. Are you kidding me?
Grim living when he should, and NiKo gets hacked from the back. Suddenly, Sombra out of nowhere. Fate jumping in from the heavens. And I understand NiKo wanting to save things here, but I think you're right. You have to sell out. They only have 18 seconds left. Now even getting through first is in question.
I know that their strategy has to include taking second, but you don't get that chance unless you take first. uNKOE already out of it.
He doesn't even get the EMP, and now NiKo, the blade is out. The chosen time is here. Was it worth the wait? No, he's gonna get knocked back by Fate. Fate having none of that. Fists versus swords, and Rogue might be going down here in Anubis. They had a huge time bank advantage, and Immortals draining all of it, pushing them back, and a monumental first point defense. Reverse sweep might be in the cards, ladies and gentlemen, because we are going to a 7th and final map.
Game 7, let's go. Finals, Immortals, Rogue. Ah, I love it. I absolutely love it.